I believe women over 40 are in the prime of their life. The only thing that they haven't done is develop that personal one-to-one skill of making the connection with the man of their dreams. No matter what we think about ourselves, man, relationship, we get to be right. So if you think there's no one for me, like that woman, 16 years, I've proven it over and over again. There's nobody for me. They're all taken by my friends. And for 16 years, she was alone. And when she finally said, I only need to find one guy who's for me, what happens? In 12 months, she's married. You have to be open to shift your thinking to possibilities.
Welcome to the Asian Dating Podcast. I'm your host, May Bugenhagen. I am the founder of Two Asian Matchmakers, a boutique matchmaking company that started in Los Angeles in 2009. Today, 14 years later, I help men all across the US meet an Asian woman. Today on the podcast, I have Patricia Fuqua. She helps career women over the age of 40 find and date the man of their dreams. She's found her purpose in passing on the formula to be with the love of their life to as many women as possible so they can add a loving partnership to their many accomplishments. Patricia celebrated her 50th wedding anniversary with the man of her dreams in May. Wow, that is amazing. 50 years. Welcome to the show, Patricia. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you so much, May. I'm fine. I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you for joining me today. Can you tell the audience a little bit about how you got started and why you chose the path that you chose to help women over 40 find love?
Sure, May. Well, you know how some women who are very busy with their career and amazing at the accomplishments there wonder, where is the man of my dreams? And then there are other women who think, I want to share my wonderful life with someone who is compatible with the similar values and similar priorities. And then there are those people who say, oh my God, where is the love of my life so I can just have it all? Well, I was one of those women, and I took a lot of classes and seminars and had a lot of mentors. And I realized after a while that there is a formula going on here. And when I started to practice it, I started meeting these really amazing men. And that's how I met the husband that I adore and that I've been with for 50 years. And I want to pass that on to as many career women as possible. And that's how I got started.
I love how you said there's a formula because it gives people hope out there who've been struggling, trying to find the love of their life or their life partner, someone to have kids with, build a family, start a family. So, what is the secret formula that you have figured out that you can share with us today?
Well, there's three basic steps to it. The first thing is that there needs to be a vision of the life that you want to share. The vision has to do with the picture that you have in your mind of what you want to do and what you want to say and how you want to do it, the level of life that you want to live. And when that's clear, then there needs to be, okay, so what is the man that will help me live this vision? What are his qualities? Many women want to have that bottom line be, oh, we're having fun, we're traveling, we're doing this, we're doing that. And that's very important. So those core values need to be in sync. One of my clients is a skier. She skied all over the world in the major ski resorts with her friends, but she wants somebody, a companion, to be with her. Kind of like But he doesn't have to ski. He just has to be willing to travel and have her hot toddy ready for her when she comes off the slopes. So it was about that core value of a companion who was willing to be a companion and travel. And so we went after that. And after the man, then it's about, okay, how do I meet him? Where is he? So there needs to be strategy. So when you think vision, you think man, you think strategy. You have the three basic concepts for the formula. There are many others, but those are the basics.
I know oftentimes we kind of think in our mind who we're looking for, but we've never sat down and, write it out or talk to our mentors about it or family about it or best friend about it. We kind of know who we want, but we haven't really like said it out loud. And I think also having a vision of that and even taking a step further with a vision board kind of helps that sometimes. I mean, I know I have certain goals in my life that I want to accomplish, not relationship related, but like life goals. And just to have it written out or to have a purpose really helps me out. I love the story that we talked about before we hit record today, how you met your husband in college because you kind of had a certain mindset going into a party. Can you share a little bit about your story about that?
Certainly. It's one of my favorite stories. So my life was rather mundane. I was a career woman, busy with accomplishments and making it happen, taking the classes and so forth, and reaching that career goal. And my roommate pointed out to me it was a boring life. And I said, oh my God, she's right. I'd just been thinking earlier. So when she invited me to the biggest party of the year with all the young men in the Greek letter organizations, I said, "Oh, okay. What the heck?" I went and I saw this array of men that were well dressed, educated, just top of the line kind of guys. And I said, okay, I'm going to show her I can have some fun. And I started to network from one end of the room to the other. The idea was to make a full circle before the ending evening was over. But at the back of my mind, I had the idea of who I really wanted to meet, and he wasn't in the room yet. So I kept talking to guys and being myself, laughing, having a good time. About 2 in the morning, he stepped across the threshold, and I knew it was him. I felt him before I saw him. So I turned to look, and there he was at the door. I said, oh my God, finally. And so I kept talking to this fella, finally, tall, dark, and handsome. And I have to add this. I thought when I turned and met his eyes, there's my husband. But we had to be cool, we can't just, you know, fall apart. So I kept talking to the fellow I was talking to. And when he finally asked me to dance, I felt that spark that they talk about in romance novels, like hit my hand and go up to my heart. And I said, oh, yeah, it's really my husband. Well, we talked for the evening, got to know each other a little better. We disagreed on most topics, but the key ones we agreed on, and we made a date. And we've been dating ever since for the last 50 years. So that's the short version. There were many ups and downs in between, but that's life.
I love how you said that there were many things you disagreed about, but the core values, you did agree on that, right? And
Yes.
it's a special story where you meet somebody when you're so young and then you're celebrated your 50th wedding anniversary. But is that a fairy tale? Do your clients get bummed out like, well, gosh, you met your person when you're in your 20s, like, what if I haven't met my person in my 40s? Like, should they have a different fairy tale?
When you think about it, love is magical, romance is magical, and I'm affectionately known as the modern fairy godmother because taking that concept about love, it's a combination of where is the man of my dreams? And that's the question. Where is the man of your dreams at any age? And it takes belief and faith that he's out there because he is. And it's your job to find him. And it's my job to help you. And so when my clients come to me and say, Patricia, I am 50 years old. Where is this guy? I relate to that because that's what I was thinking at that party. All those men, and he wasn't even in the room. I knew it. He wasn't even in the room. So what did I do? The option before me was to continue talking and having a good time, having some fun while I waited for this guy. And he did show up. And I knew it. I recognized it because I had done the work on the level that really matters. My belief system, my mindset. I knew he was coming. I had complete certainty that he was coming. And that's what we work on with my ladies is to shift the mindset. You may have heard of the concept thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. People don't realize how powerful our thinking is for creating our reality. And that's what I say to them. And that's what we work on, and that's what we practice. And so we have these stories, like a woman who was alone for 16 years, who came to me and said, all the good men are taken. My friends married all of them, and there's none left for me. I've been looking. And I said, well, how many do you need? She said, one. I said, let's get started, sugar. And so we did. And within 12 months, she was married because I knew there was demand for her and it raised her belief. I showed her where he was and she said, okay, I'll follow your directions. She was open, she was coachable. I showed her where he was. I told her what to do when she got there. I told her what to dress. I said, go and find him. And do you know how he showed up in the most unexpected way? Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. A celebrity was walking through the lobby, stopped everybody in their tracks because there were so many people asking for his autograph. She was pushed up against this tall drink of water, I'll call him. They couldn't move. At the end of the celebrities signing and so forth, he asked her for a drink. And she said yes. And that was the beginning. 6 months, she was engaged. 12 months, she was married.
So you're saying that anybody who is struggling with finding the person, all they have to do really is learn about themselves and have a different mindset and do the work. Because I feel like some clients out there that I work with or come across, they believe that there is not the right person out there for them, but they don't really do anything about it or they don't do anything different in their lives to change things. So I feel like if you just be more open-minded and be open to changing some things or tweaking some small things in your life or try it. Like I'm always a person of, oh, change is good, change is great, or just try it. You have nothing to lose. Why not try to do something different than what you've been doing the last 10, 20, 30 years of dating and take Patricia as your mentor and take a course and see if it works, right? Like it's the whole goal is to learn about yourself and have a different mindset. And then you're more open to something. If someone, a random stranger, asks for your phone number, like, why not say yes? Instead of
Mm,
you probably would have always said no to this guy because he's 2 inches shorter than what you like. Why not say yes? Like, it doesn't cost anything just to say yes. Like, just go for it, do it. Like, do you
mm.
find that you have to convince your clients to have a change in mindset, or do they feel like once they come to you, they're like, "Okay, Patricia, help me. I'm ready to take your guidance now."
Well, there's a combination of the kinds of people who come to me. The people who come to me, I qualify them. They have to be open and coachable. And one of the things I ask them to do is to realize that if you keep doing the same thing that is making you single and alone, and you want to be finding the man of your dreams, something that has got to change. Albert Einstein calls that the definition of insanity, repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting something different to happen is not going to happen. No. So once we get that established, then they can be more open. And the mind shift has to, the mindset has to shift because we get to be right no matter what we think about ourselves, man, relationship. We get to be right. So if you think there's no one for me, like that woman, 16 years, I've proven it over and over again. There's nobody for me. They're all taken by my friends. And for 16 years, she was alone. And when she finally said, I only need to find one guy who's for me, what happens? In 12 months, she's married. So that you have to be open to shift your thinking, that shift the possibility to possibilities. Otherwise, don't waste your time coming to somebody like me. You can do that by yourself. If
That's true, that's true. So, what makes an online dating profile irresistible, in your opinion, based on what you've coached and helped others? What is important, for someone who maybe has been alone for 5, 10, 15, 16 years. And now they're like, you know what? There's so many apps online. Let me try a couple. Do you recommend they be on one site, two sites? Like, what are some things that you advise your clients to do?
before they even think about dating sites, we have to go within and decide what the vision is that they're going for and the kind of man who can help them make it happen and the strategy. And so with an online profile, it is so important because it's the first impression. We have 7 seconds to be making a favorable impression in live situations. Online, it's even probably less. I would say 3 seconds. How you look, how you're presenting yourself. So, first of all, we have to go within and from that vision, write that online profile so that it is a slice of life for the kind of lifestyle that woman wants to share with that man. And then she has to have a call to action. It's kind of like a marketing campaign. Those of us who are entrepreneurs know how important it is to do relationship marketing. You have to present yourself in a way that's open and friendly so somebody will want to work with you, right? Same thing online. You have to present an image that is open and friendly and someone wants to get to know more about you. So the irresistibility comes from that presentation, that call to action, that photo those photos that show that slice of life. And, you know, if your man will be there, but he has to be shown, "Oh, I wanna get to know more about that woman."
Yeah, as I'm finding out, I have done and worked with women clients also with their online dating profiles and to help them find men online. And I'm just looking at these men's profiles and they're so incomplete. And I'm like, if you're not going to take the time to put information about you, how am I going to know about you to even be curious about you? So I just kind of skip over those male profiles when I'm searching for my woman because I'm like, she is putting her information out there to get to a shortcut of finding men. Like if a guy doesn't put any information, it's so vague. Like there's so many people doing online dating, like you could easily be overlooked if you don't take the time to get nice photos. I like professional photos and to have someone help you. It could be a friend, it could be someone you trust that does online dating that can help you with what to wear. Well, yeah, clothing could
Mhm.
easily slim you down if you feel like you need to lose 5 or 10 or 20 pounds. Like you want to put your best foot forward. And I feel like a lot of the photos I see online from men and women are just not acceptable. So,
That's very understated, and and it's a simple fix. There
yeah.
just needs to be someone with an expert eye about presentation, about what is your end goal here,
Mhm.
and how to present yourself in such a way that somebody will want to engage with you. You just wanna put enough to say, "Okay, this is just a slice, but there's so much more.
Right.
Don't you wanna find out?" I
Right.
mean, it has to be enticing, and, um, it's very, very important, that online profile, because there's millions of people online. Everybody's looking for someone to love them, to feel safe with, to be cozy with, men and women. That's why they're online. They're looking for someone that they can love. So, there you are.
What do you suggest for women to write on their online dating profiles that kind of gives the man the vision of what their lifestyles want what lifestyles she wants to share with him? Like, what are some words she should use, or how do you paint that picture for the men to read to know, okay, maybe she's someone I can spend my life with or get to know better?
I like to start with the photos because I do an in-depth life and love assessment and find out about the woman. And so for every profile, it's going to be unique to the woman. So, to do generalities, the only thing I can say is that when I find out what her interests are, what her hobbies are, what makes her eyes light up, then I can suggest photos that reflect that so that when he's looking at the photos, there's an alignment between them and what she's writing.
Mhm.
And that is the picture because everybody's visual, so you need the photos to show you, illustrate what is being said in writing, because many people can't just read words and get a picture.
Yeah, the photos really help a lot. So I'm sure you tell your clients, hey, get a headshot or a body shot, and also some active photos if you enjoy cycling or hiking. Like it's okay to have a snapshot of that, or a picture of one picture of a dog or a picture of a cat if animals are important to you. What are some pictures, photos that you cringe when you see that they shouldn't be posting?
Bathroom selfies, for men especially, they think showing her a photo of them in the bathroom with a selfie and no clothes on top. That's attractive. No. Mm-mm. Uh, and for women, the things that are not attractive are when you take a photo with other people in it, or you show yourself in this very casual way that's not flattering, you know? So I'm old school, and I know that you have to be cute and attractive.
Mhm.
And you have to be ready so you don't have to get ready. So the photos have to show you at your best. If you're gonna be a person who cares for her dog, you have to be cuter than a dog, okay? You need to be showing an angle of your face that's more attractive than a dog. Now, dogs are really hard, um, competitors to especially those little cute little ones. I frankly, I wouldn't use a dog in my photos because they take away from the woman's attractiveness. People will be looking at the dog, especially if
Mhm.
they're dog lovers. You don't want that, you know? And some women will put a dog on their, profile without showing themselves. Why?
Right,
Why are you doing that? He doesn't wanna date the dog, you
right.
know? And if you have children, that's another thing that needs to be considered, and they also are competitors. I mean, it's kinda like it's hard it's hard to beat out a cute kid smiling. So don't put people on there who are going to take the attention away from you. What I like to do is to have people give a slice of their life of them as individuals. For example, one woman who loved to ski, we had pictures of her in the mountains. She's a traveler, so we had travel shots from different countries. And one in particular was a photo where she had this beautiful blue gown flying up in the wind in Greece. Now that's an eye catcher. That's a showstopper. So, as a man is scrolling through her photo bank, he's seeing this beautiful woman in these marvelous settings and getting the feeling that this is a woman of high value. That's the story we get from the photo. He doesn't even have to read the
Mhm.
profile.
Mhm.
She's very athletic, so she has this cute photo of her in her, biker outfit, and it's matchy-matchy, the helmet, the collar, everything. So even though she has on the helmet, you can still see her face. You always have to show your face and your
Yeah.
eyes because people are attracted to that. And basically, choose each photo with care because they're very, very important.
Mhm.
It's not just put up anybody's photo. No dogs, no kids, just you from the various aspects of your life in an attractive presentation.
So, what is one dating tip you would give to the women over 40 that is not a common dating tip?
I believe women over 40 are in the prime of their life. The clients are have so many achievements. They're very bright, amazing women with lots and lots of talents. The only thing that they haven't done is develop that personal one-to-one skill of making the connection with, uh, the man of their dreams. And so I would suggest that they go within first and get their priorities and values and the lifestyle they wish to live from here on, from this moment on. I always almost want to sing that song. So they have to be clear on their vision and and know that they have so much to offer and present it in a way that's irresistible in their online profile.
Yeah.
And that's all a part of the dating strategy. And
So,
then just keep it up,
yeah.
keep dating.
So what happens on a date? I want to put you on the hot seat. If a man asks the woman, "What happened? Why did you break up with your ex-husband or ex-boyfriend?" What is the best answer that a woman should give or can give?
She can give an answer that doesn't put that person down because then she's saying something about herself, but give an answer that is as neutral as possible. Something to the effect of, we grew apart or we grew in different directions and we were no longer on the same path or something like that, or our priorities changed. Something like that.
Okay. What is a good answer for a woman if a man asks her, "So you're 40 or you're 50 or you're 60 and you've never been married? Why have you never been married?"
Well, it probably varies for each woman,
Mhm.
but it should be, again, spoken in terms of favoring her life choices because it's this whole dating after 40, it's a relationship experience. It's not just marketing, but it is presenting yourself in a way that's positive with your accomplishments, with your wisdom, with your beauty. So it has to be a positive spin on why you haven't married.
If someone in your experience working with women that are 40 or 50 or 60s, do they find it a turnoff if a man's never been married? Or are they okay with that? What are your thoughts?
Well, it depends on the woman. If she's never been married and he's never been married, she probably has a leg up on understanding why he hasn't been married. And it is a point of conversation if they have those values in common to bring them together. And it's a conversation that they could have if they want to develop it further.
Yeah, yeah. So, is there a question I should have asked you that I didn't?
Well, I have a gift that I would like people to have.
Okay.
It is a checklist, 10 tips for how any woman can find and date the man of her dreams. And it's available on your website, I believe.
Yes, I will put that in the show notes.
Yes.
Um, so what programs do you offer to help women find and date the love of their life? Like what's your latest program to help them right now?
Right now, I have a 3-month beta program, and it is being offered for a 50% discount because I'm wanting to renew and refresh what is going on with today's women. I have been a little bit away from my work. I've been doing it since 2008, and I had to overcome a major illness. And so I'm back. So I'm wanting to know what's going on with ladies today. And when they join me at this price, I'm wanting to teach them those 3 basic steps: vision, strategy, mindset, and do it in such a way that they are now ready to go and meet the man of their dreams. However, it takes a while for the mindset to operate and to become the new thing. So I'm offering them, when they meet certain conditions, give me honest feedback for those 3 months, be willing to pay the full price for 12 months of coaching and nurturing and mentoring and guiding so that they too can find and date the man of their dreams with the community, with the guidance, and so that they don't feel alone doing it.
Yeah, I think it's so important that as women out there are looking for a coach or looking for someone to help them navigate these online dating stuff or getting back out there to find somebody that they resonate with and can have the same energy with. So I feel like if someone is over 40 and nothing has worked for them before, or hit and miss have worked for them, that this is a great opportunity for someone out there who's listening to get in on this beta program, because it sounds like you know a lot of stuff and you know your thing to help these women change their mindset and have a vision. And I love that dating does require a dating strategy. I mean, dating today is so different than dating 20 years ago or dating 30 years ago. I mean, I can't even imagine me going back out there and doing online dating. Like, I have no experience with personal online dating, but to help clients, I'm learning. But it's so different than when I was doing online dating. You know, when I was doing online dating back when Match.com was around, and it was just the whole platform was different. As I'm logging on and helping my clients with Match.com, it's a completely different platform. So yeah, there's a lot of
Yes.
things to consider now. Like, the algorithms of online dating is so different than back then, where it was just you picking people and talking to them. Now you have to have a strategy, right? Like, no
Mhm.
different than managing our businesses, right? You have to have a marketing strategy. Now you have to have a dating marketing strategy and all
Mm.
this. But it's so exciting. Like, I feel like online dating has so many people out there who's looking for somebody. You just need to put your profile in front of them, and hopefully they're curious enough about you to start a conversation. And,
Yes.
yeah, I feel like online dating should be more hopeful than a dread. You know, like, some people dread going online dating. I'm like, "Why?" Like, there's so many single people out there. You go to a certain place and say, "Yes, I'm single. Hello, I'm looking for somebody," and hopefully you find them and just have a good attitude
Yeah.
about it. That's half the battle.
Yes. Yes, and well, there is the that safety concern, and we have tools to help keep you safe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just about knowing that it's been around, this online dating, since the '60s,
Mhm.
and so a lot of predators saw an opportunity, but predators credit, and women can protect themselves
Right.
by knowing the signs that, "Oh, this is a predator. Why am I dealing with this?" You know? And, so we can do that. There are all sorts of ways to protect oneself from it.
Yeah. I mean, even though I feel like I'm pretty savvy with, all the different accounts like PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, and Facebook, Instagram, and all that, like, I almost sent someone money from a fake profile thinking I was going to buy something. Like, I only didn't send $3,000 because Venmo and Zelle protected me from that. Like, I actually thought my friend was selling these items and I was actually going to buy these items, but it
Mhm.
turns out her Facebook account was hacked, and yeah. So anybody can get scammed online. And that's the tricky thing. Like, I talk to so many men and women over the age of maybe 50, 60, that say that, "I think this online person I'm talking to is a scam, because all of a sudden they're asking me to invest in Bitcoin," and things like that. Like, there's
Mhm.
all these stories you hear, but there's no shame in asking for help with dating. There's no shame in asking for help to hire an attorney to help you with a lawsuit. Or, there's no shame in hiring a dentist to clean your teeth. Like, this is just another step, right? Hiring
Yeah.
a date coach to help you with dating, or finding a therapist to help you with some issues that you have in your life. Like, just don't be afraid to ask for help, I guess, is kind of what I'm getting
Yeah.
at. So,
Well, that's a valuable, valuable lesson, and we all need help on some area of life. Nobody gets through this life alone.
right.
So, you get your friends together, professional friends to help you with whatever issue and get over it, and get on with it. Life is to be enjoyed, not to be stuck in the same thing over and over again.
I agree. I agree. Well, thank you so much, Patricia Fuqua. Is there any last minute tips or comments that you want to make before I let you go?
Well, I thoroughly enjoy being a dating coach and supporting women to find and date the man of their dreams. And I would like to do it for as many women as possible. And there's no need to be alone if you want to be with the love of your life.
I totally agree. I totally agree. A lot of times it's just making that decision to seek help and find someone who can have the knowledge to help you. So, ladies out there, I will put all of Patricia's information in the show notes, and hopefully you'll take advantage of her offer. And women out there, I'm always looking for quality women to be part of my Rolodex so I can set you up, whether it's a guy in your local city or all across the US. So go to twoasianmatchmakers.com, fill out a profile with me so I can find you and set you up. And then if you're looking to hire a matchmaker, I only take on 20 clients a year. So hopefully you are one of them and I can help you find love as well. So thank you, Patricia, for
Thank
joining me
you.
today on the show. And everybody else, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Bye bye.